Welcome everyone to a brand new series that I'm going to start on my channel. This series is called DRAD. D.R.A.D. What does DRAD stand for, you might ask? Well, it's funny you should ask. It stands for Drapeps Recordings and Delusions. Yep, that's it. That's what it stands for. No, there's no real uh, meaning behind the word DRAD. It was just something silly that somebody recommended. I didn't know what to name this series. All I knew is that I wanted to start making it. There's a common belief on YouTube that when you're trying to think about what to make on YouTube, you should record something that you enjoy watching. Record what you like to watch. Well, believe it or not, this is the kind of things I like to watch on YouTube. And I thought really hard about this. And I was like, well, I mean, they did say, people do say that. Record what you like watching. And so here we are. I watch a lot of people that mostly do like Call of Duty. I've seen people play other games other than Call of Duty, but they don't really commentary the game. They just talk as if it's kind of like a podcast, but it feels it's more like directed to you somehow. It almost sounds like they're just kind of rambling in their own conversation. And I've met a lot of people who, most of my friends, in fact, don't enjoy that sort of content on the internet, but I love this kind of content. This is my favorite kind of content that's on YouTube, is this. And I have a tendency to ramble a lot. I have a tendency to out-talk all of my friends and family, and it drives them nuts. So I have to kind of dial it back. I have to, not do that, because people don't like it when you do that to them. So it kind of builds up inside of me to where it's like a pressure, like a water balloon. And the more I try not to do it to people, the more it just builds up until it bursts. And then I just turn into a rambling idiot. I frantically start jibber jabbering about anything and everything in my mind. Here's the thing. My mind does not let go of things so easily. So if there's something that I don't get to talk about, or if the subject has been shifted in some way to where now I can't talk about it because now we're talking about something else, which, what the hell? What is with that anyways? Why do people do that? You're talking about Star Wars, for example, and it's just been, you're in a group of people. Maybe someone else wants to contribute to this conversation, and they'll start off like, oh yeah, my favorite ship is the Millennium Falcon. Oh yeah, I love the Millennium Falcon. It's not as good as the Battlestar Galactica. You love Battlestar Galactica? And it's like, I wanted to talk more about Star Wars. Why did you switch the subject so quickly? Well, because of that doesn't leave my head. The fact that I wanted to talk about Star Wars. And that just drives me nuts. And I'm hoping that by doing this series, that at the end of the day, I can take all of the little things that I wanted to talk about that I couldn't talk about, and I can just make one of these videos and get it out of my system. Just sort of, release it into the wild. Just finally get that itch. You have that itch in the back of your mind, and you couldn't, and this is me getting that itch. I'm trying to get it out of my system. I wanted to spend this video a little bit talking about why DRAD is the name of this series, and it's not necessarily a name that I chose. You see, I started off by making a Facebook post, of all things, and there was a few names that were chosen. Let me read you the Facebook post first of all. I've been cooking up a new video project, and I could really use your help. I want to start a new kind of vlog series on YouTube, something a bit different from what I've been done before. You won't see my face, and the focus won't be on flashy gameplay or high-level skills. Instead, think of it like a podcast, but the visuals are me playing Call of Duty, not competitive multiplayer, just Me versus the AI, grinding, learning, and hopefully getting better over time. Let me pause right there. I am awful, awful at Call of Duty. I am trash at Call of Duty. And I hope by doing this series I'll get better. Currently, what you're watching me play right now is me on easy mode. I am playing the game on easy so I can get used to playing Call of Duty because I am trash at the game. After the first 100 episodes, I'm going to increase the difficulty by 1, and then after every 100 episodes, I'm going to keep doing that until I get to the hardest difficulty, at which point I'm just going to stick to that difficulty and continue to get better at the game. Once I feel like I have completely gotten good at the game, I'll try to like maybe do a let's play of the campaign or the storyline and then move on to another Call of Duty where I'll do the whole thing all over again, the whole process. But for now, I'm playing the game on easy because I am legitimately trash at the game. Let me continue reading. But here's the twist. I won't be talking about the game. Instead, I'll be talking about everything else. Ideas that pop into my head, things I've been thinking about, opinions I want to share, thoughts I don't always get to say out loud. It's going to be raw, unfiltered, rambling sometimes, but real. This is something I need. A creative outlet, a place to vent, to reflect, to explore ideas without overwhelming the people around me. Even if no one watches, I need to make this. And if someone out there finds comfort or meaning to it too, that's a bonus. But I can't think of what to call it. And that's where you come in. I'd love for you to help me come up with a name for the series. Something simple. Something that fits the vibe. Something that means something. Because this project already does. So, I gave a couple of ideas of some of the names that I liked. COD Thoughts, Grinding My Gears, Spawn and Spill, Mind Over Mayhem, right? And I had a couple suggestions that came my way. Off topic with, and a bunch of ... So like they were probably suggesting that I name this off topic with DRAD. Off the record with, and then again ... meaning off the record with DRAD. Another person said, I like, by the way, I'm not reading their names because I'm not sure if they want their names spoken in this series. I'm trying to keep their identity a secret out of respect to them. Another person said, I like Mind Over Mayhem. Otherwise, I like Mind Over Madness or Spawning COD Madness. I also really liked Mind Over Madness, to be honest. And Mind Over Mayhem. Those were good ones. I had suggested naming this Pep Talk. And a lot of people, and by a lot of people I mean one person, asked, why not just name it Drop Chat? And I had to point out, no, I already have a series called Drop Chat, but I don't have anything called Pep Talk. I personally liked Pep Talk because Pep Talk is like a conversation that brings you up, but like it's also a play on words of pep, as in drop pep, and the word talk, because that's what I'm doing. I'm just talking. So Pep Talk, it's a word that already exists, but it's also a play on words of my name, and it also represents that I'm talking. It's like super meta. I really liked it. And then the same person said, what about DRAD? And I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's a little too much like DRAD-y. And that's a name that's given to me on my streams. People call me DRAD-y. And I hate that. It sounds like they're calling me daddy. So DRAD sounds like dad. And I was like, ugh, don't like that. But there wasn't really a coherent direction. I don't know why I used the word coherent. There wasn't a real direction towards where this was going to go as far as like the names. So I went on to Discord, because I have a Discord server with my friends, and I started a poll. And I posted it saying, I'm starting a new YouTube series, just me playing Call of Duty against AI while sharing random thoughts. Help me pick a name. Which one fits the vibe best? Because DRAD was mentioned, I added DRAD in there. At Pep Talk, Mind Over Mayhem, Mind of Madness, pretty much all the names. And the one that won by a landslide was DRAD. And I hate that. I didn't vote myself. I didn't vote because I wanted this to have been a fair voting process. But right here at the end of the poll, it said DRAD won by 60%. I hate that. And everyone laughed too. They're like, ah ha ha ha. Oh, you're gonna be DRAD. You're never going to be anything else. You're going to be the DRAD. Why is the internet? Why, especially my friends, why does everyone want me to be the dad of the internet? DRADdy. DRAD. Even at one point early in my career, I asked everyone like, "Oh, what should I call my audience?" And everyone's like, "The Draplings." You want to be called the Draplings? Isn't that like younglings from Star Wars, like children? You want me to call you younglings, the Draplings? And that's like, that has something that has never left me. Like, I started making videos on YouTube since 2016. Okay, 2016, and I have, since 2016 to current day. Next year, by the way, would be my 10-year anniversary of being on the internet, which I kind of want to do something big for that. Kind of like mark down the day when I joined, the day that I started. And I'll explain why it doesn't seem like I've been on here very long here in a sec. But I kind of want to like do something special, something big for my 10-year anniversary of making videos for YouTube. Because like that's 10 years. That's 10 years of my life dedicated to making videos. The reason why it doesn't look like I've been on here for very long, because if you go to my earlier videos, you'll see that like, oh, well, it says here you posted in 2020 as your first videos. No, okay, hear me out. This is what happened. When I started making videos on YouTube back in 2016, there was this whole thing where like people were getting sued for doing Let's Plays. And they're like, oh, you can't do Let's Plays on the internet. That's not allowed. And so there was this huge outcry against Let's Players. They're saying it was copyright material. You can't post stuff on that. And people were like getting videos deleted without their permission. And at the time, I had finished recording Sonic the Hedgehog, right? And I had also recorded Fable. And I had recorded one other game. I don't quite remember the one other game that I'm thinking of. But I recorded lots of Let's Plays. And at this time, I didn't have an Elgato. I just had my camera facing my TV screen. It was like the earliest stuff I'd ever made. And I found out that, you know, this was happening. And I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I should probably delete everything so I don't get in trouble. Because I really like the name DRAPET. I didn't want to lose that name. And everything blew over. Everything was fine. And the thing I made a mistake was I didn't save the videos. I didn't download them. So those were gone forever. And I regretted that. I was like, why didn't I download everything? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I download everything? But then there's Kappa. Kappa shows up later on in life. What was that? 2019, 2020? I think it was 2020 when Kappa was around. Possibly 2019. But what happened was they were like, well, there was materials that are being broadcasted to children, right? Like there is these characters like video games and cartoons, and they had like a whole list. If your channel had these things, then you're gonna get in trouble. And at that time, a large majority of my channel was that, and I was like, ugh. And like there was actual accounts being sued, or at least that's what I've heard. Like, I heard other YouTubers talk about, like, this person got sued, this much money. And I was like, uh-oh, warning lights. But this time, I downloaded my content. And I saved it on my computer, and I was going to have it all back up on the internet. No big deal. No problems. It's fine. I downloaded it this time. Uh-oh. Some of it got corrupted. Some of it didn't download properly. So, at that time, I uploaded everything back up on the internet. Once everything blew over like it did, I probably should have predicted that was going to happen. It was going to just blow over like the lawsuit did. And I was kind of like in a bind. twice. I fell for it twice. I deleted everything off of my channel, and I re-uploaded what I could. Not everything was re-uploaded though. And I vowed to never be fooled again, and I haven't. There's been other instances where people are like, "Oh, you better delete your videos because this is happening," and I was like, yeah, "Okay," and I would just not delete it. I was like, "No, no, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, I should probably go back to school because I'm getting fooled too many times." Like, I know that's not how that works. That's not how it's said, but no. So there's been other moments when another incident would come up and they're like, "Oh, you should delete your stuff. Be careful what you post," and I just didn't care. I was like, "Do it, delete me, see what happens," and it blows over just as I predicted. Oh, I think right now the most current thing is like, "Oh, TikTok's gonna get banned. TikTok's gonna be banned. What are we gonna do?" Yeah, I'm not falling for it. I've seen this before. I've seen this song and dance before twice. Actually, 7 times. I fell for it twice. The rest of those times I didn't. I'm not going to fall for this one. I don't think TikTok's gonna get banned. Like they're like, "Oh, you should like move all your content because it's going to get deleted. You better delete your account because it's going to be this, you're going to be that." Yeah, okay. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't believe it though. The first time it got banned, it was like for less than 24 hours, wasn't it? It was just like it got deleted and they're like, "Oh, sorry, but TikTok's gone." And so many people deleted the app like fools. Are you kidding me? You delete the app? Have you never heard of Flappy Bird? That's what happened to Flappy Bird. Fools. And then less than 24 hours later, it came back. And guess what they couldn't do? Guess what they could not do? They could not download the app because it was still not in the App Store. You can go on the app, but you couldn't download it. And so for like a solid couple of weeks, people were like, "Where is it? Where is it? I thought it was unbanned." Yeah, the people who still have it, sucker, stupid. Look what you did. And then it's in the App Store now. And like when it came back into the App Store, it's like you have to do a big update, and a lot of people were like, "I don't feel safe doing that." And it was fine. It was fine. I'm kind of glad they did the update because then like you were able to get like all of your features back. And now here we are again. Here we are again. The actually today, as I speak, it is the 5th today. And today is, in fact, the day that they're going to do the ban as we speak. And I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't think so. Hold on. Let me actually check. I'm going to check my phone right now. Let me see. It's probably going to be like at midnight. I'm recording this at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. on the 5th of April. Let me go on TikTok right now. I turned down my phone so it's not going to blare into the microphone. I just want to see. I just want to see if this is a thing. If I'm right about this and nothing's going to happen. There was one notification that I gotten earlier in the month, kind of like giving an update about it. A lot of people ignored it, just like I did. I ignored it. Yeah, see, it's working. See, it's not gonna. You've got to be kidding me. It's not gonna get banned. It's not. TikTok is too large of an entity. Okay, you need a chillax. You need to chill out. Yeah, it's still here. I'm gonna check again at midnight, of course, but it won't be in recording. It won't be recorded that I checked again. But I'm gonna check again at midnight just to see what happens. That'd be honestly awkward if it's not this month, but next month it's going to be banned. It is. Let me check my calendar. The month that we're currently in is April. So April 5th. And last I checked, April 5th was supposed to be the deadline of when they were supposed to sell. And then, like, some other company was going to get it. By the way, just so you know, rabbit holes, wormholes, rabbit trails, and like me going off rail like this is going to be a common thing. Because, like I said, I ramble. I like to talk. And I don't get to do this very often. To people who get the option to talk to a lot of people and they get all their like social energy recharged and like they get to spend it just frivolously, yeah, that's a luxury I do not have. Being able to like ramble like a madman is something I don't get to do, which is why, oh, there's a bug on my wall. It's something, there's a bug on my wall as we speak, and it's staring at me. I don't like that. Here's the thing. There's bugs all throughout my house. I have what's known as carpet beetles, or whatever they're called. Carpet cockroaches, carpet bugs. They look like bed bugs, but they fly and they have like little black spots on their back. And I looked it up, and it's just a thing. They go on your carpet and they lay eggs. They only last for a short spell, just for a short season, and then they're gone. What was I talking about? Right. I don't get the privilege of getting to get it all out of my system like I am right now. It feels good. Like I can almost feel the moment of like, okay, I'm done. I got it all out. I can end the video. I'm almost there. It's like a guy in the night. I'm almost there, babe. Sorry. That's gonna happen sometimes. Either you're gonna hear a cringy dad joke, or you're gonna hear just cringe. Either way, it's cringe. This episode is going to be a bit longer than I'm normally going to make these. I would like to have these videos just be 10 minutes long. And this one is particularly longer than 10 minutes because I have plans to premiere it. So premiering the first episode of this has always been a plan of mine. And so that's why I'm purposely allowing it to go much longer. I feel like a lot of what I intend to do is already on here, of like what this whole series is going to be about. And I'm really, really, really excited about it. Like, out of all the projects I have, this is the one that I'm the most excited about. The number one thing that I'm excited about recording are these videos. The second thing I'm excited about recording is I have like a lot of good games, a lot of great games that are my favorite. Dead Space was one of those that I was really excited about. Same with Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I have other games like that, games that I've been saving since 2016. These are games that like I've been wanting to play for the longest time, but like I have this thing where I want to start from my oldest console and work my way up, and I don't care anymore. Now I kind of just want to play the games I want to play. Skyrim is definitely one of those games I've been wanting to play. So, once I finish Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda, I'm going to be moving on to Majora's Mask, because the N64, I have to finish the N64. It's on its last leg, and I don't know if I have any other chances later on to record that. I have to. There's just no other choice. I have to do it. Same thing with my Nintendo Wii, same thing with my PS1, my original Xbox, and so on and so forth. There's just certain systems that I have to play, but that's not going to stop me from playing the games I definitely want to play. Well, that was completely derailed. I did not mean to start talking about all that. I was trying to wrap up the video. But no, this is definitely something I'm looking forward to recording. Something that I'm very happy about. And like I had said, you just have to record the things that you enjoy watching, and this definitely feels like something I will enjoy recording and rewatching, to be honest. There's a good chance I'm going to rewatch this over and over again. But I thank you so much for everyone who joined the live chat to talk with me during the video's premiere. And huge shout out to all of the people who are going to watch this after the premiere, because that usually happens. So not everyone can make it to the premiere, and they'll usually watch it afterwards, and that still means the world to me to have people show up after the fact to still watch the video. I am blessed with an amazing audience. Each and every one of you are so amazing, and I receive so much support from so many people, Every single time I show any signs of doubt in myself, there are so many people that step up to confirm with me that what I'm doing matters. And it's like for every single word that I say against myself, there are twice as many people that step forward to tell me to stop doing that. And I cannot begin to express how much that means to me. I cannot begin to express how much faith that helps me put back into the human race, the humanity. To see so many amazing people in my audience. Like, I used to call my audience my fans. Like, oh, it's so good to have so many fans. And like, I it makes it hard for me to say that because I don't like to think of people as just only fans, but like people who actively participate in not just watching my content, but also actively lifting me up in meaningful ways. And it it is just amazing. It is amazing to see what fine people can do for the greater good of someone else's sake. And I can't, yeah, I just thank you so very much. I just want to spend these last few seconds at the end of the video to kind of express that. And I hope to see all of you in the next video.